This is Microphones and Morons featuring Atticus Hinckley.
Hey.
Welcome
Hello.
back.
Welcome back.
Yeah,
Thank you.
This
Thank you
is
so
gonna
much
be
for having me. So good to be here. So good to
Yes.
see, hear, touch, and feel everyone one more time.
Okay, so you're
Hell
saying
yeah.
that, and then I'm hearing it in the baby voice because that's the exact same mannerism.
It's weird how that works.
I've
Yeah.
learned.
Yeah, it's almost like Baby is voiced by him.
No, that's crazy talk. What are you saying? What are you saying?
I mean, obviously his voice isn't in the same register. How would that even work?
I don't know.
How does that
my
work?
Painful ritual with my girlfriend every pre-show.
Oh yeah, what's that?
Just a hot kick in the nuts. That's how I do it. That's the trick.
Oh man.
Oh, so yeah, it was a lot of fun having you on, Atticus.
Well, thanks, man.
I
It was
think
fun. It's fun to be a part of. I've been wanting to play Dungeons and Dragons. Well, I've always wanted to play it, but I've never found the group, or it's never been enough people at the right time or things. I had like one session in my life when I was in college, and it lasted like 2 times, and nobody could reschedule again, and I just never found a group again. So this was super awesome to be a part of, and thanks for having me.
Like I was talking to them earlier about how, like, to begin with, you seemed a little nervous, a little bit, I guess, whenever we were making the character sheet and trying to figure it out. But like as soon as you started like playing as Baby in the show, episode 56, where you come in, you start on the space station, and you were just like, you were fucking on top of it.
It's just like a fish in water.
It was great. It was great, to the point that people want Baby text tones.
Well, sure, man. What are they looking for? What kind of like
they
text
wanted
chimes?
Yeah, like,
Yeah. That'd be good. Yeah, that'd be good. Every time we send an email.
wee. And somebody mentioned something about like where you were talking about because Corey was asking, what would make a great text tone, Baby going wee, and then Nico said the line about maybe we can be friends, or whatever exactly the wording was. I guess with the night gaunt, the flying thing.
Right.
I kind of want the "Hey baby, how's it going" one.
But I totally tagged you on Cast Junkie to let you know that, hey, people want Baby text tones. So
Well, maybe if you guys work out a special tier, I'll do custom tones for everyone.
Well, I mean, Elle, that's something you could do on your end. I was thinking about that for you.
Oh, sure. I'm not that entrepreneurial. I'm terrible at this stuff. I just like to talk into the microphone. Everything else I suck at.
Okay.
See, I'm the same way. I have Adam do all that stuff.
Yeah.
So that's what great.
Everybody
I need
just
a
has me
buddy.
do everything.
Adam is very entrepreneurial.
Yeah, I'm just like, I'll just be dumb in a mic and he'll do the money stuff. Okay, cool.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I was just saying, just to your point. But yeah, no, I was totally nervous because I hadn't played in so long, and I know it's such. I mean, people. I would have. So this is not a commentary on anything at all, but it's like if anyone who loves D&D so much that wants to listen to just any old group of dudes, no matter how entertaining they are, play D&D. It's like you got to love the game, and so I knew who would be listening to the show, and I knew how little I had played, and I knew how much you guys had played, knew how much possibly the listeners played. So I just didn't. It's such an old game; it had so many rules and opinions. So I didn't want to be disrespectful to the play of it. I knew I could bullshit around with the Baby. That wasn't my problem. But it was the actual mechanics is what I just wanted to make sure I got right. So yes, I was super nervous because I just wanted to be respectful of the game.
Well,
I would say
this was sorry, Richard. I
No,
think this was a good environment for you to come into because, like, I'm not an expert on the mechanics either. Like, I've learned a lot, especially in the last year. But I mean, the majority of stuff that happens in D&D, I'm like, wait, that's a thing? Like they're like, I'm gonna do this spell, and I'm like, I've never heard of that. What does it do? you know, or I find out that I can do something. It's like, oh, I didn't realize that, you know, I could stun a monster and that would be so incredibly effective. Like, I didn't know. Like, Max had to goad me on.
Yes.
So,
Yes, I did.
It's a good, I think it was a good way for you to be able to come into it, because we also don't hold hard and fast to the rules on our show. So,
Well, I guess not that we have our own rules.
yeah.
And I would also say that pretty much any community is going to have its bad apples, like people that are going to be just toxic for toxic's sake. But overall, the D&D community is pretty open to new people experiencing it, getting into it, and generally pretty welcoming. Like, if you can find a good group, like, most people are going to be super helpful with making sure that you know everything that you can do and help you with developing your character or answering any questions you may have. Like, I don't know very many people that would, like, really berate somebody for not knowing about the game because they're new.
I wasn't afraid of anyone be like, look at this fucking loser. But it was just more like, I just didn't want any like internal eye rolls, just like, this guy thinks he can just walk in and play D&D. That type of shit,
I mean,
you know?
Most people think of it more like, you know, it's getting the community to grow. It's getting more people interested and everything. And so really new people is a good thing.
Yeah. It's kind of ironic you came in as a baby.
Yeah.
That's wow. That's really deep, actually. Holy shit.
It's got
Gotta
layers.
make those connections.
Adam's a deep, deep dungeon master, as it turns out.
Yeah, it is.
He's so good at this, he's actually manipulating real life.
Oh yeah.
Is that a portal in your room there?
Where are my pants?
Where are my pants? But no, like Atticus, like I'm also brand new to DMing. I've DM'd for maybe a year now. Year and a half now, roughly, maybe a little more. I'm coming up on 2 years. But before that, like I had played, and like looking back on like how I used to play and everything, I was a shitty player. Like I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. And like I considered myself like just a shitty player. And probably a little bit murder hobo-ish. But like now
Shitty,
since
like you were bad at the game, or like you were bad
I
at
was
like
bad.
a shitty character.
I
Like
was
you always
shitty,
stole from your friends or
shitty characters, bad at the game. Like I didn't
Like me?
really role play as much. I was too focused on like trying to get the rules right. But like with our setting and everything, like I want the focus to be role play and not bogged down with all the rules. So we have rules to bypass that with role play.
And really, role play, I think, is the harder thing to really be able to get and understand and get to flow. So, you know, if you can like play act and like get into a character and everything, I think you're really getting into the essence of what makes D&D special, a lot more so than any rules.
Well, certainly it felt, everything you guys are saying is what I felt. I came in with the nerves, and then yeah, once we actually started rolling and playing, and I was like, okay, I don't get the impression that anyone's rolling their eyes over the microphone, so let's keep going.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Plus, you could see two of us.
Yeah, you could see two of us.
Yeah.
Actually, I can't see any of you. I pretended the whole time. My shit's
Oh,
out
okay.
of date. So
Oh, okay.
So fun fact, whenever I was looking for people, I actually asked Atticus if he wanted to come on, just because I liked the Candy Cast so much, and I like just Atticus's the atmosphere that you deliver. I was like, hey, we're starting up a D&D podcast and looking for more players and interested if you wanted to join us, but you were really busy at the time. So it was fun to bring you on. I always told you, I was like, you're going to be our first guest. Whenever we start doing guest appearances, you're going to be our first guest.
I was excited to do it. I'd been waiting and looking forward to the time that we could work it out. So yeah. Then things slowed down. World slowed down, eh? What are you going to do?
Yeah, a little bit. So
Yep.
as we were playing, let's see. Yeah, you came in, and there's multiple times.
We got to say it like we did the last episode. How did he come in? Like
Come
a
in.
wrecking ball.
Oh. I don't know what that's. Okay.
In the last session we recorded, it's like a baby came in, and I was like, yeah, like a wrecking ball.
Oh, I didn't remember that.
It was like 20 minutes ago.
Like an hour.
Yeah, it was an hour, yeah.
But there was a couple times because these guys like to tone people out when they're getting into these deep discussions, especially Alistair and Julian. And I loved your approach to that happening. Like you got a little bit away from the microphone and you're just like, you're talking.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Those,
I'm not
what-
here.
Yeah, well, it's like I didn't want. It's like I knew Baby wouldn't stop talking. Like character, if we're going to be realistic character role play, it's like he wouldn't stop talking. But it's like also I have to consider that we're also putting on a show. So I had to. It's like what can I do to still put the character Baby into the world while not taking away from the conversation. Yeah.
I think it worked
Yeah.
brilliantly.
It was great, yeah.
Oh yeah.
I laugh every time I hear it. Through editing and everything, and I'm laughing again as I'm listening to it, as I'm uploading them, and then to listen to them as they come out. And yeah, it never ceases to make me laugh.
Well, I just, especially in the moment, I found it was like nobody was answering my goddamn questions.
Yeah.
Where am I? What's happening?
And of course, the one person you come out to is the one person who's so uncooperative.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I guess to some extent that had to have been planned, but like to pair Baby with Alistair, like right off the bat.
Yeah.
I was actually genuinely afraid of that happening. It's like, all right, Victor and I are stuck. Baby's with Alistair. Okay, what's the probability that either Alistair kills Baby or Baby kills Alistair? And
Well,
we
like-
just don't know what's going to happen.
Well, like I was saying, I was telling, I think I mentioned this when we were playing briefly, but I was talking to Adam when we were creating the character. It's like Baby loves animals. Like he loves animals. So
Yes.
I was planning, especially since he told me I was going to be put in a room alone with a cat. I was like, well, things are about to get real exciting then. But he discouraged me from that path. So I was a little handcuffed, but I did the best I could.
Just on the, yeah, we do try to keep like sexual things, keep it story focused and less that kind of debauchery.
No one's gonna order pizza.
we have different debauchery.
We save that for morons.
Right.
Yeah, but no, yeah, Baby would totally be hitting on Alistair and probably trying to have sex with him.
Probably. I tried to keep the spirit alive with the pink cat. The pink cat. I tried to keep that vibe, like make sure everyone knew that I was down. I was down to do it, but I just want to push.
Yeah. No, I loved your approach to it. Because I'm sorry, I did have to be like that. That's just one of our rules. Like we don't cross that line.
It's
just
okay,
'cause
man. I understand.
I don't want to role play sex with these guys.
No.
We're not that part of the relationship quite yet.
My dexterity was pretty high. I think I could have. Accomplished a lot.
convinced-
But
Yeah.
Yes, but my dexterity is very low.
Oh. Ouch. Oh.
Oh, okay. I can leave now. See you guys.
Well, I guess
Bye,
the
Max.
Bye.
standard D&D joke. Alistair does have a very high charisma.
It's true.
Yeah.
You know what they say about high charisma.
and I think I have that. I think I have that whole. I didn't get to use it because there wasn't a lot of situations where we were talking to anyone.
Yeah.
But I had the actor trait. Like I could have been anyone you wanted. Maybe wanted me to be Alistair, I could be anyone for a moment.
I don't know if that makes it better.
It definitely opens us up to maybe doing something else with Baby in the future. I think we had talked about it on the Avengers, like in game, like
super crossover.
Avengers Assemble. Yeah.
Yes.
So
I mean, I'm always down to come back if it's either it's a one-off or if it makes sense. I'm down.
Yeah. I think in the previous world and in season 1, like you would have gotten more use out of that stuff. But we had mentioned on September Morons that, or I'd mentioned that the season 2 is basically like we're going from a noir, like mystery horror setting. There's tons of people around, like in this big city, and then jump over to season 2 and it's Weird Mageddon from Gravity Falls. If you've seen Gravity Falls.
I haven't, but I assume based off the world that it's like that.
In a way, it was my inspiration for it. It is not exactly the same or anything like that, but it's just
a lot less murdery.
Yeah.
Well, but there's nobody around. Like this city is just empty compared to what it was. Like to them was minutes, like an hour at tops from like being in a city that was actually alive, and because they went through the portal and it transported them to another place. So I thought Baby was a great addition to that, just to throw in a little bit more chaos. Like there's this demon baby with powers and all this kind of stuff. And I thought it was a good addition to that. We just didn't get to touch on everything that Baby can do. That we were able to homebrew based on what Baby can do in your show.
Sure. I mean, Baby, by his nature, right? You always think he can do a little more than he ever does, so it probably works out.
Okay.
Yeah, plus, I mean, there's stuff that our characters can do that we've literally never done.
Oh yeah.
60 some episodes. So,
and that's pretty normal for D&D, really.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's pretty
like
par for the
Victor
course.
technically has the ability to like bite someone and use his psychic feast thingy to take spells off people.
I mean,
he's never done that.
I know like a dozen different spells, and the only one I ever use is Eldritch Blast.
You say you use that a lot? You almost use it on me?
Yeah.
it just blasted past you and shoved that thing, and made it faceplant. So how'd you like just being pulled along by Alistair?
I thought it was great. I mean, I would have
Just
preferred
like
to have ridden him like the battle steed that he was. I thought that would have been a much better entrance, especially now knowing how everybody sort of perceives each other in character in the world. Like, you would have dropped some maybe some drawers too, but drop some jaws. If they would have saw me riding you, they would have been so offended, so hurt, so confused. Like, wait, what is this relationship that was formed in moments?
Yeah.
You know, if you'd have actually sold that angle, Alistair might have gone along with it. Because he might actually be willing to sacrifice a little bit of dignity for the sake of like undermining or pissing off people.
Right.
It'll make Julian and Victor feel really bad, and Alistair's like,
I mean,
That's
Alistair's
not a
like,
bad
don't touch me.
idea.
I mean, it's kind of like with the Stout Hearts all over again.
Yeah.
Like what?
Just
Alistair
dangling
has
other
friends?
friends or dangling friends in your face, and he's like, I don't have friends. When y'all try to call him a friend.
Rude.
This is awkward.
I loved at the end of that one episode where y'all are fighting the Night Gaunt. You go and you hide behind Alistair, and you're like, go get him, and y'all have a little tiny, just a little short spat, and you're just like, well, maybe I should just go.
Yeah. I wasn't feeling it, 'cause that was my first time I was real. It's like nobody was going to play ball with me. So it was like, okay, I'm going to have to do this myself, and I'm going to throw down the baby gauntlet. I'm just going to peace out on these fools and see what happens. But
Yeah.
but also it's like, I don't know. I play a lot of video games too. And, there's obviously a comparative element too. And it's like, where you're supposed to do. It's like, I guess I can sit here and do this thing that I want to do, but the game doesn't continue unless you do X, Y, and Z. So it's like sooner or later, I'm going to have to play the game. But I wanted to let people know I mean business. And you can't talk to me that way, cat. I'm out.
And that's totally fair. Like, I feel like that moment really kind of embodied both characters very well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If there's something that I really can't stand, and it's a personal pet peeve, is ludonarrative dissonance. Have you heard of that term?
No.
Okay.
No, I've heard of Ludo from the Labyrinth movie.
Okay, it's
Ludo friend.
It's essentially like basically your the common phrase is my immersion is broken. It's just like.
Mm-hmm.
What is happening right now does not fit the narrative of stuff going on. Like, why would Baby just tag along for whatever reason other than that Atticus is a guest on the show? Like, that's the kind of stuff that's just like definitely believable.
Yeah. And if you didn't follow back up with Alistair and follow him stealthily, I would have come up with something for you to be doing. I probably would have ambushed you with something.
Okay.
Just because that's what I would do.
Yes.
I would lead you to some kind of trap or something like that. That's just I like traps.
Right.
Yeah.
Sure. And I suppose that's your function as a DM. But as my function as a guest, I was like, I don't want to like split the party further and shine and now I get my own spotlight, my turn. So it's like I'm just gonna, I'm still trying to keep. It's about you guys.
You realize this is like our show, right? Like splitting the party is what we do.
Yeah, splitting the party. I started the game with them split up individually. So.
No, but I thought that moment where Baby like pieced out made sense, and then I thought the fact that he actually doesn't have anything left to do. He was told that he can't go back home right now, and that beautiful pink cat is gone. Alistair's the only thing that he's aware of, really, and so he may as well just, he felt like he was just a tiny bit prideful. He wasn't gonna like just run after Alistair and be like, Alistair, never mind. Like he would hide and just follow him to see what happens because he's curious. It made sense to me.
Yeah.
I'm glad I could keep it going.
Like, honestly, one thing I did kind of worry about just with like pairing Baby and Alistair like that and everything was just that Alistair is not exactly the most welcoming character generally. And so like, with Alistair and just the way that he acts, like I was maybe a little worried about you feeling like a little put off, like, well, nobody even wants me to be here.
Well, it was like I got the vibe. I mean, I knew I saw the cat. It felt like that's what it was going for. You ever read those Aragon books back in the day?
I didn't actually read them, no.
But eventually there was a cat character. I don't know. Maybe it's a similar lore thing. I don't remember what they said it was, but his thing. But it was like sort of a werecat, sort of, it could talk and shit like that. But anyway, it's had a very similar vibe. So I was like, okay, I think I know the character that's going on here. So I'm not. It's either I'm gonna have to bite my tongue a little bit, or we're just gonna fight. So it's like we can get into a fight, but I don't think that needs to happen because I'll probably lose anyway. So whatever.
But yeah, like I think it worked out really well, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think Alistair and Baby ended up playing off of each other very well, and ultimately we're still able to like act in a pretty believable and normal manner.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because Alistair kept his same thing. Yeah, and Baby felt natural.
For sure. I mean, if I was ever to imagine a conversation between a werecat and a demon child, that's how it go, man.
Yeah, no, you're 100% right on that.
and it added a lot of because Alistair for this arc up until this point has been captain exposition. Like what's going on is being told to Alistair so that the audience knows. It's obvious, you know. We all have to find out eventually what's happening, at least some of it. Adam will never let us know what's actually happening. But it added a good, you know, like balance, because Victor and Julian were forced to be paired up, and so it made sense that there's something, and since there's no people just walking around, there's no stout hearts for him to go to their store that we're aware of. You know, that Tanasha had to go in her portal. Evangeline's going to hang out at the house. Like what is Alistair going to do except walk across the city and maybe fight something to get over to where Julian and Victor are? So it made a lot of sense, and it helped the story come along a lot better because there was that foil for Alistair while his actual regular foils were foiling each other.
All right.
I'm foiled.
Stay away from the microwave.
It's a lot of foiling.
Yeah. Back in fencing school.
Oh. But no, yeah, I totally get what you're saying, Victor. And
I'm Steven. Yeah.
yeah. I totally get what you're saying, Steven.
You can tell out of curiosity because Victor goes, ah.
Right.
Steven, when'd you get here?
I like your diplomacy approach. This whole first of the second season, at the beginning of the second season, Victor and Julian were trying diplomacy, but Baby was also trying diplomacy with the Night Gaunt.
I had to go talk to somebody, man. Nobody was giving me anything. I was like, well, these people are going to talk. Well, I'll talk to the bad guys. Maybe I'll join the bad guys team. I don't care. Somebody tell me.
I was literally waiting for you to have like some sort of deep philosophic conversation with the Night God. The Night God being a creature enslaved to Dalton, and like his entire race has just like been in servitude for ages and stuff like that. But no, that didn't happen. It just happened in my head.
I thought I had a chance, because my charisma and all that, like all those other, I had like so many of those like interpersonal traits. I was like, well, if anyone could talk, because I heard what the initial exchange with Alistair, you know, when I was listening, but I was like, if anyone could talk to one of these motherfuckers, it's got to be me. So that's why I did what I did. But nope. Nope.
Sometimes a gargoyle's a gargoyle.
Sometimes.
It's not a gargoyle. It's far from a gargoyle. But yeah, it just, I was trying to think of a way to where you could communicate with it, but it doesn't, like, I don't even know how it sees. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense how it sees or hears or anything like that.
It sees using the Force.
It was funny when I was listening. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no, I was just saying it sees using the Force.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, it's funny. I was listening. I don't remember if it happened this way, if it was slightly edited. But when when I was discussing trying to interrogate it, like it seemed like you, almost like you were just like, well, no, you can't talk to it at all. It's like, oh, okay, fine.
Well, I was trying to come up with a way, and then I was just like, I can't see any reason why this thing would talk to you. So I was just like, no. It just doesn't. I wasn't trying to be like mean or anything. I was just like, it just doesn't.
That's right. I understand. Push my luck. Well, I pushed too hard and you had to bite back. I understand.
But hey, I do that to these guys all the time.
Oh, yeah.
They build up these expectations on things working, and then I shut it down. But I always have a reason for it.
Hey, Adam, what's the name of that NPC that we only had one interaction for? We want to be brought up again right now.
Oh, Verspar?
Yeah. That was good. All right. Yeah. I take it back. That was good. That was a good one.
Who was it?
No. I'm just saying that as a joke. Just like, what was that random character? And we asked their name and just like, I don't know what the fuck this character's name is.
What are you doing with my clothes, cat?
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, yeah, that one.
The hobo.
We never got
Those
a name.
are my
What was the
clothes.
hobo's name? Did we ever get a name?
No, we never got a name.
No.
We never got a name.
It's just a hobo.
He's a person, sir.
His name is Hobo Joe.
Hobo Joe.
Littlest hobo.
Hobo Joe.
Let's see.
I had a question
no.
out of curiosity. When
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
listening to you, was it Julian who was in the room with the exoskeleton thing?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I guess more a question for Adam, but was there a way at all, like if some past check thing that if he would have done that we could have had access to that exoskeleton and it wouldn't have blown up and all that?
All right, I'm just going to preface this and say that I did not privately message Atticus for him to say that.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, no, I wondered that at the time. Yeah. I thought it was like, oh, sweet, we're about to get fucking souped up.
No, it was designed to explode. If anybody but the Julian of that world got into it.
And before you say you're genetically identical, he did it with a chip.
Damn it.
It had a beard detector.
Beard. Yeah, that's what it was. It wasn't anything. It was the beard detector.
Must be
At
a
least this
detector.
bearded to ride.
But no, it was designed as a trap. I knew he would probably go for it, and I designed it to be a trap.
Okay. And that grenade launcher canister gun thing you had, is that like a standard issue weapon? Did you find that thing? What is that thing? That seemed pretty cool.
No, it's
Oh, you're
lightning gun.
The lightning gun.
Yeah.
As Artificer, basically, they channel in their magical energies through technology. And essentially what I've been doing is basically I modified an attachment on the lightning gun to fire, kind of like a grenade launcher. But basically I was firing canisters or vials or things like that, and then channeling, my innate magical abilities. I cast spells through the device.
Sure. I get it. Oh, that's cool.
But the lightning gun in itself is alien technology.
Yes. I am using it as a conduit of shit I don't understand, but I can vaguely get around it and channel my own power through it.
Yeah.
Nice.
In season 1 even, he started deciphering the Yithian language, which is the aliens that made that lightning gun.
Mm.
But you have to be crazy to do it.
Yeah, you have to be under the effects of dread. So you have to not be mentally there. You have to be driven to madness to be able to even understand it.
Oh, dang. I bet I could have
That's this whole
understood
big
it.
thing.
I could have helped you out if you invited me there sooner.
Yeah.
See, Dread's just a fun time for everyone.
Yeah. Another fun thing was I was originally going to bring in the original idea to bring in Atticus as baby was back in season 1 with the hospital.
Yeah, I was going to say, I remember like a hospital blood summon crazy shit, right?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Did I steal your thunder? I'm sorry. Tell it. Tell the story. You do it better.
No. I mean, I never hashed out exactly how I wanted to, but no, baby was going to be trapped inside of the hospital too. And,
that wouldn't have worked out well.
and like completely separate from you guys, like y'all would have met in the hospital. And, the doctor brought the baby through, but that never happened.
Atticus, do you remember what happened to that hospital?
I do not.
Yeah, we burned it down.
Oh, okay.
We
Thinking
burned
about
it
that-
down.
Right.
Julian burned it
Well,
down.
Yeah,
That
no.
was like the royal we.
He meant himself.
That'd have been a very
and
different
Julia.
story, too.
No.
We prestigious
Yeah.
members of the DDA burned out the hospital.
No. Julian burned down the hospital. Alistair was on his way to betray the DDA, and Victor caused everyone's demise
Yeah, exactly.
by trying to help people.
You know what? That's 100.
That is-
the pure
actually the way it
intention.
went
That
down.
is a good assessment.
But yeah, Atticus, you are right. It would have been a completely different story.
I just even from like baby's entryway, because that's like a totally different entry. Because I stepped in out of curiosity, whoa, and I met a hot cat and everything was cool and we were just figuring everything out. But to be like ripped and then trapped in an asylum, I would have been coming in hot. Baby would not have been friendly at first. Would have been a different story
Yeah.
for sure.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I was thinking of Baby as a potential enemy more in that case than Alistair pissing him off. Just in conversation. But yeah.
Been fun.
No, I think it worked out really good. We just schedules just really couldn't match up for that. Like I was really pushed on workload for editing and recording and all that, and I was like, I'm gonna wait till things calm down and then bring in guests. And then I've had the bright idea starting in second season with this whole shift and change and more reveal of a little bit more reveal of the bigger picture, and then start bringing in guests to add on to the bigger picture of multiple.
I think it works pretty
universe.
well.
Yeah,
the DDA MCU.
Yeah.
Well, I think it worked really well because we had that entire season 1 build up to establish the characters, that setting, and the big bad, at least as far as we can see, before we brought in those other elements. Before it got nuts, or completely nuts, we had that ability to set the stage completely, and then now that we've done that, now things can be more outlandish, more things can be related because we know how connected things were. As the season went on, up until the very end, it wasn't clear that all of the events that were going on were 100% caused by the same thing. I mean, we were just looking for missing people.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, the world ended. Oops. Hashtag not Victor's fault.
And we didn't even find all those people.
We did. There was a big pile.
No,
remember?
we still don't even remember what happened to all of them. That wasn't all of them.
Yeah,
most of them.
They were definitely a house.
Yeah. I mean, those people may have already been absorbed as part of the house.
What would happen to that house?
The beast is still out there, as far as we know, I think. We didn't kill the beast.
We did not.
Kill the beast. Sorry.
Oh, I love Gaston.
But yeah, Atticus.
Don't we all?
Yeah. No one podcasts like Gaston.
You were saying, I'm sorry.
I was just saying nobody podcasts like Gaston.
That's true.
Nobody podcasts like Gaston.
He's especially good at expectorating.
That's what I hear.
But yeah, season 1 was definitely an introduction to the show. The first story arc was an introduction to getting y'all into the DDA and revealing the DDA and all that kind of stuff. But that there was so much hidden from y'all that it had to really. It took the pilot season as an introduction to this huge thing that's going on, and y'all still don't even really know what the fuck's going on.
Sorry.
But yeah.
Back here still thinking about I'm especially good at expecting. Sorry, go ahead.
I don't know about Morons, but
Boy, what a guy.
every Morons we've built up to has got more musically inclined.
Yeah.
It kind of has, yeah.
I did Sound of Music last time.
We're not going to have to do a musical episode of Microphones and Monsters.
Oh,
Do
man.
it.
Maybe.
Oh God.
I mean, that's how you know you've made it, right? When you make a musical episode.
Mm-hmm.
We're no Grey's Anatomy guys.
I was thinking more like
know.
Scrubs.
I could do a Scrubs. I could do a Scrubs style musical episode. That would
To
be rad.
Community.
Like one of the only musical episodes with an actual reason behind it.
No, Buffy the Vampire
Buffy,
Slayer.
I would say Buffy, yeah. But yeah, that tap dance
was
and
directly
magic
tied to
demon.
the plot. Yep.
Scrubs is one too.
I don't remember that at all.
In Buffy?
Yeah.
Oh, no. There was a musical episode, and the music was actually happening. It wasn't like surreal, this is symbolic or whatever. It was the musical is happening as part of the plot.
And you're talking about the old series, not the new series that just came out, right?
There's no new series.
Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Yeah, okay.
I think
All
you're
right,
thinking
never mind.
of Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
That's what I'm thinking of. Sure.
Yeah, no. I don't think there was a musical episode with that.
You don't think so?
No.
I didn't watch it. I don't know.
No. It's good. It's good.
A little too serious for musical episodes.
I don't think anyone's too serious for a musical episode.
I don't think we're talented enough.
I think
for a
we're
musical
definitely not
episode.
too serious for a musical episode.
I think we're not serious enough so we can do it. I don't think talent's got anything to do with it. Now we should put a warning out before the episode goes that we are not trained thespians and this may not go well, but we're gonna have fun with it.
I don't know.
Don't warn them. Put on the show, baby. That's what you do.
Yeah.
I mean,
First
we had
thespians weren't
practice.
trained.
Don't apologize for anything.
Then you get on
practice,
stage and
we
say,
were in
"I'm
that
sorry
one
for the
play,
show you're
remember?
about to see."
Yeah, right.
I'm sorry about the tender feelings you may experience in your loins, but that is just the result of my singing.
Yeah.
That's right. No, you shock them with it. They're gonna be like, "Oh, my pants are all wet now."
That's like one of the podcasting things that like people are like, oh well, bear in mind I'm sick, like my voice is a little scratchy. Like no, because you're just pointing it out. Now people
Not people
can
are
hear
going to
it.
only hear that.
Yeah. No, if you're sick, people. I've been sick many sessions, like with allergies or something like that. I don't say anything, and
Yeah.
you can't.
I mean,
tell.
I said stuff when I was sick, but that's because I was coughing constantly.
Yeah.
So there was no hiding it anyway.
As long as it's not physically painful for
That
you
was-
to speak.
COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah.
COVID. You can hear COVID in our first episode.
Yes, it's bad.
I may have had, I never got tested, so who knows?
But
Who
anyways,
knows?
back to Atticus.
Oh, what about me?
I'm just getting
This
back to
episode's all
because
about you.
we're
It's
talking about
featuring-
season
Oh,
one.
right.
We're doing the tangent again.
Don't worry. We'll
Yeah,
invite
Victor
you
Beach
on when we do
Baby.
our musical episode.
Victor is very polite to Baby. I think Victor and Evangeline were the only two people that were nice to Baby, like except for
Well,
Julian.
Julian talked to
Julian
him.
believed you were a king.
I believed you were an actual king, and I stand by that.
Victor was,
I forgot I
Victor
said
was
that.
very suspect.
Yes, I'm a king.
It's like-
Tell
I was
everybody
like-
you met a king.
I was going to say he pulled a crowbar out of his diaper. Everyone seems to respect and or fear him. Yeah, he could be king.
Yeah,
I could be.
and the crowbar was
No,
covered
everyone
in
was
goop.
nice.
Yeah.
Nobody was helpful. So like that's fine. even the nice ones weren't helpful. The homegirl was like, "Hey, I'm gonna leave, but you can't come." It's like, well, why can't I come? I came here. You came here. Everybody's going places. Why can't I come with you? But it's fine. I'll stay here. I'm not gonna push it.
Now we'll always imagine the alternate version of the show where Baby just goes and hangs out with Evangeline while we fight a gug.
Just hanging out, watching TV and shit.
So one of my biggest things that I wish could have happened was Baby's ultimate like ability. Like his legendary
finisher.
ability, basically. Yeah, his
What is
finisher.
that ability?
It's my guns, bro. I got all kinds of things in my pants. One of them's
Yeah, I know about that.
real explosive. No, it's just I always liked. Well, we worked it out. It was just sort of a finishing move, I guess. Kind of playing on the diaper of holding cartoon character thing, where you just the super guns that pull out, and they're just like more guns on top of guns, and
Yeah.
very comical, lots of fun.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted
Very-
to do.
very
But
cartoony.
unfortunately, the guy was already dead by the time we got here because homeboy's got a freaking lightning gun with acid grenades, and there's no need for anyone else.
Oh no!
It's all good.
Well, the acid grenade missed. It was Alistair that stole your.
You still
glory
have
and
him, man.
ours.
Yeah, Alistair will gladly take credit for killing the Gug.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Atticus, now that you've said that, I'm imagining. Have you ever watched the show Megas XLR? Like I'm imagining
so.
you just like piling guns of guns out of the diaper, and it just keeps like exponentially
Yes.
growing.
Yes, like that. Just like that.
Rad. That is rad as hell.
Let me see here.
Yeah.
Do I still have it on me? Something like that. I was gonna go for it.
Yeah.
Like there was so much gug everywhere. I've been bathed in old meat. Like, wee, old meat.
Oh, yeah, there's so much meat.
That's how it could have gone.
I would just imagine if that happening and just Victor and Julian are just like slack jaw, just looking at it, just like,
Instead, Victor just announced Alistair's triumphant return.
Yeah.
Oh,
Alistair's here.
Alistair!
Now Victor and Baby both like gathered food from the gug.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
I was
don't
having a
think
good
Baby
time.
gathered it so
Well,
much
Baby
as-
was just eating.
Yeah.
yeah.
I had to get what I came
also
for.
watched
It's like
that.
they made me go to the tower. This is what they said I had to do to go home. It's like, all right, fine. Let's eat up.
Yeah. But no, I had planned to that mech suit verse bar. That was going to be a big battle. I was going to try to kill you. Well, I mean, I always try to kill you guys, but I was really going to be trying to kill you guys. And
Like
it was going to be a
right.
hard fight. It's probably one of the hardest fights that I've thrown at you up to this point to kick off season 2. And I had drained your resources with the gug.
Yes.
And yeah,
and
I was thinking,
And
Do I know?
meanwhile, we basically just waited for the end to die. MGS reference.
Nice.
Then who was it? Then just Alistair like talked her off and she blew herself up or something.
No,
Victor,
no.
Victor did.
Victor, sorry. Yeah. Oh, right. He's like, hey, can't we all just be
Victor.
friends?
Victor talked her down, though. He didn't talk her off.
I was gonna
Yeah,
say,
whatever.
yeah,
Alistair would have been like, do it, bitch.
just, you don't
Coward.
have the balls.
Not proud of that joke.
But yeah, no, Victor talked her down, so we didn't get to see more baby action.
Sorry.
So it's cool, man. I helped out. I threw the
But no,
crowbar. So, I got to participate. It worked out.
Yep.
That was gross.
As long as it
but
was useful to the
effective.
party. That's really what I wanted it to be.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Then I pried the person I forgot in the last world to rescue in the next world.
I mean, it's kind of like a redemption arc, right?
It's
Yeah.
funny. It's funny you should mention that. I do have a really. I don't know if Adam's probably listened to it by now. I have a really good outro that I did regarding that specific scene.
Oh yeah.
Yes,
Oh.
it was really good. It actually took me a second to actually like write it down and come up with it, but it was pretty nice, and I hope a lot of people listen to it.
Well, I look forward
I've
to
listened to it, but it's been like I'm in the middle of scheduling those episodes, so like that's the
Like if
Next
if
two.
if you go back to that and then all the times that Alistair brings up like the oh wow you really don't care about her.
yeah. Alistair was being a huge dick.
it. Huge.
Yes, he
to
was.
Victor on that,
Massive.
or to Julian on that.
Yeah.
He's just
While
always mean to
everybody was
Victor.
ignoring Baby, you could
Right.
just hear Baby in the background. I love that.
Hey,
Like
guys, yelling. You're just yelling in the background like what the fuck are you guys doing? It was great. I loved it.
It was killing me, man. I just wanted some answers. No, but just help me help you guys.
yeah.
Were you having like were you having like I don't know like dimension withdrawal or something? Like,
I don't
like,
understand the
she's
question.
like-
Sorry.
Yeah, I don't understand.
Like-
I don't
like-
understand it either.
Is life so fun on the space station that you're just like your motivation is like I have to get back? Like this place sucks so much ass.
Honestly, I
literally
was.
said,
That's
"This
it. Was
place
you
sucks
guys
so
made
much."
it suck ass? Baby was down. You guys made it suck ass. I came here to party. Everyone was like not talking to me. We got to go here. It's like okay, well, screw you guys. I want to go home now.
No, just stay. You just gotta stay a little while. It grows on you, or
Right.
you have a Stockholm syndrome for it.
Yeah.
No,
Just
I was super close when I was leaving. Are we? I don't want to jump the gun too bit here, but I know I gave Alistair a special present because he was my special homeboy, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then I wouldn't have kept it, but I wanted to just try for it. But I wanted it to be like I don't know how to do it. But my point is, I wanted to try to steal something off of Julian, just because he was kind of a dick. But then like take it back with me or something.
Lightning gun.
Oh,
Yeah,
if he's still a lightning gun, I'd be like, I am invading your podcast if I can beat the shit out of you and take it back.
Open that portal back.
Open it back now. And I'm just like strangling Tanasha.
Like that episode would have ended with Julian jumping into the portal as it closes.
What does that sound familiar?
I think I have the ability. I think I have like the stats to do it, but I was like, I don't want to actually piss anyone off. So,
But Julian, you said you shouldn't jump into strange portals.
That's what I said.
have the gold I keep under my sack and be gone with you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we still have that. We should probably do something with that at some point.
Yeah, you have a gold bar.
We have a gold bar. I don't have it.
Yes.
Alistair has
I
it.
have a gold bar.
So Alistair has a gold bar. We don't have shit.
I'm a generous baby. I'm a generous demon.
You were very generous. I did not expect that. I was like, oh wow, that's money. That's dollary dues.
Yeah,
Well, it was another thing Adam and I talked about in the creation is like just in case, and it's like, well, I don't know when the next time I'll be back. It seems if I have this item that exists in the game, like why not utilize it, right? So it's like, here you guys go, goodbye.
yeah. Well, that was just something that you said you kept random stuff in your diaper, and you were like, well, I'd have a gold bar in my diaper, and I'm like, okay, yeah, you have a gold bar in your diaper.
Yeah, sure.
It's like,
Sure,
I need
you want a
money.
gold
you
bar.
do.
Yeah.
Like, because it's like baby always has the one thing he needs to do the thing. It's not necessarily appropriate. It's just the thing that he needs. So if there was ever a situation that we needed to buy something, it's like, here's a gold bar. Now it's the one time he gets to do it. Like, that's how I try to conceive the characters. Like, he always has the answer one time, you know? But
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
No, I liked it.
We
Like
didn't need two
baby's
crowbars.
kind of like a god, in a way.
I mean,
Like-
in the realm of
But a-
D&D, like at least
but a
minor
fickle
god,
god.
level, yeah.
Yeah. Just being
yeah, I
able
mean,
to
because he's
to-
not like benevolent. He's not trying to help anyone per se, but he just
yeah.
could if he needs to, I guess.
Mhm. Like that power from your diaper, like you have at least a solution.
Ooh, that's the
At
real
least
power.
once.
In another episode, if somebody stole my diaper of holding, would they therefore get so many of my baby powers? Interesting.
Oh man.
Hmm.
Imagine Dalton wearing a diaper. He's too powerful.
He dyes it yellow.
You see, we're world building here, like
See,
on diapers.
That's the best part. He doesn't have to dye it yellow.
I was going to say, I'm not sure if that's a good look wearing a yellow diaper.
Oh, that was good.
But yeah, no, I thought it was a lot of fun. I felt a little bad throwing you into something as chaotic as it was, but it was also like where the story was at currently, and I wish I could have given you more to do to use your abilities and stuff like that, but it just wasn't. It wasn't in the cards.
Oh no, that I had a great time, and like I said, I was never looking to like. I don't want to like outshine anything. Like it's I was want to support the show, so like I'm glad I had all these abilities, but I'm also glad that there wasn't. Like I said, I wasn't never trying to split the party. You know, I want to keep it a team, keep it a team, keep it fun. Set the standard for these next jokers that want to come on and do crossover episodes and think that the shit's easy, bro. I think you can just walk off the street and play D&D. Come on, man.
You set a very high bar. That is
Yeah.
a tough act to follow.
No, it was really good, and obviously it was good because the listeners are loving it, and they like the whole concept of bringing you in from another show.
And especially with how well it meshed and just really felt appropriate within the setting. It didn't feel like out of place.
Yeah, I think that the fact that was one of the more chaotic sessions that we've had, like that arc, I think that Baby was a good fit for it.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, Adam did a great job. He came up with the perfect sort of catalyst and the things that all makes it go together. And I'm glad he did it. And thanks to everyone that's liking it, if they're liking it. And I'm glad I could entertain and assist.
And make sure that y'all listening are going and checking out the Candy Cast.
Yes.
Please do. It's it still does exist. It's coming back. I'm doing a sub show right now. It's like a musical show. But so that's what's there. If you go there right now, that's what's current. But the Candy Cast will be coming back in October, and I'll probably keep doing the musical show too. So I'll kind of have 2 podcasts going at the same time. And yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm also out here in LA trying to be on acting and things. So keep your eyes on the TV. Maybe you'll see in my commercial. I have some. I mean, I don't have any. Can't talk about anything yet, but hopefully some commercial stuff coming up soon. I don't know. Maybe you'll see me on the.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Stay. I was gonna say stay dry, but actually you probably want to stay damp considering things out there.
Right. It's warming up. It's been thankfully cool like this last week, so I'm sure that's just a little calm before a storm, but whatever.
Yeah, and then that's when the mudslides happen, and it's
Yes.
all fun.
But yeah. It was a hoot, guys. I assume this is rap. This feels rappy, so that's the way I'm talking. But we can keep talking.
We're starting to wrap it up.
About 45 minutes.
Yeah. We usually go off on like 4 different tangents, and then we're just like, oh yeah, we should probably end.
Yeah, we should.
No, we're starting to wrap it up.
Start the music.
But like, what's the links? Where can they find you at? I know we've mentioned it before.
Plug yourself.
Yeah, plug.
Oh, okay.
Like
Well, pretty
at
much-
Starfighter Down. Yeah.
Yeah, I keep the handle pretty much consistent on all the platforms: Instagram, Twitters, YouTubes, Facebooks, Parler if you're into it, Mastodon if you're into it, fucking Library and Odyssey if you're into it. I got all the platforms at Starfighter Down, or Atticus Hinckley, and that's where you'll find it. That's where you'll find my stuff. It's the podcast. It's the music. Like I said, I do other acting stuff. I do comedy bits and shit like this. So, just whatever. If you're into anything I do, then follow me around, and maybe you'll like some of it. Maybe you'll like all of it. Either way, hang out. We'll have fun.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been listening to the Intergalactic Candy Cast since like episode 7 or 8, maybe.
All right.
Is when I came in, I went back and listened to the first episodes. And
It's
then,
been a process.
Yeah, your music. Yeah. I just love I don't know. It feels like a mixture of like, I get that Mystery Science Theater kind of vibe, but then I also get like a Robin Williams kind of vibe, and then like a Will Forte kind of vibe.
All right.
And it's just all
like
kind of mixed into one. And then just throw in the chaos of all the different characters, and you're keeping up with all of that stuff as you're going, and having multiple conversations with yourself and answering questions on.
All right. Well,
it's a blast. I like it a lot.
Well, I'm glad you do. To try, it's hard to summarize myself, which is probably why it's a weird show to do. But it's like I try to. What it's supposed to be is 2 podcasts kind of at once. There's the podcast that Atticus Hinckley, am having as if it's like a talking head. These are my thoughts. Yeah, meow, meow, meow. Well, there's also the sort of the Muppet Show. If you've ever watched the Muppet Show, there's like that backstage sub story that's happening while the show is happening. So I'm the show, and then all the characters are like the Muppets that interact with me while I'm trying to do the show. But it's of course also the show. So it's all just one show, but there's like a meta show. Anyway, that's what I try to do. I don't know if it always works out, but that's what I try to do.
No, it's I think the delivery is great, and more people need to be listening or watching or both. So definitely make sure you go. I've been pushing the Candy Cast since I found it.
You've been a champion for the cause, and I thank you, man. I mean, because of that, you invited me on here, and I got to hang out with all you other cool cats and kittens. And I'm glad. Thanks for being a fan. Thanks for being a buddy, and thanks for inviting me on. It's been great getting to know you and getting to know you guys.
Thank you for letting us introduce Baby to the world of D&D.
Of course, I was happy to do it, and that was just not to keep it going, but that was like the best part. Really, was making the character and just kind of getting a taste of turning something that you thought of in your head and talking to a microphone and alone in your room and starting to turn it into like a real thing. It's like a real thing. It has rules and boundaries. It's interacting with other things. It's a fun little experiment.
Oh yeah.
And
I
just because I really want it to be a thing, and I'm just going to borrow the one that we did last. But what Star Wars character would Baby be?
Star Wars. Ooh. Watto.
That's really good.
That's really good.
Hey, what are you talking about?
No, they won't.
What are you waving your hand around like you're some kind of
Oh, that's good.
That is good.
Oh, that's really good.
Shit.
But yeah, I'll have the links in the description for Atticus. By the way, that promo was fucking top notch.
No, thanks, Fred.
Yeah, this is really
I had
good
to,
promo.
it helps with being under the gun because I was like, fuck, I have to do a promo because you were looking for it. And I was like, okay, what can I do? What can I do? So I just basically did a long string out of a bunch of stupid things and then cut it together and made it seem like it was all one thing. And that's basically the show anyway. So it kind of worked out. Yeah.
Yeah, it was good. It was really good. I liked it. Very, very professional too.
Oh, thank you. I'm trying over here, man. Thank you.
But yeah, we'll be keeping up to date on like that commercial that's coming that you were talking about.
Hopefully. Yeah. I mean,
so share it with us. We'll share it. And also the movie that you got coming up.
yeah.
Whenever COVID
Well,
goes
yeah,
away.
when COVID is allowed, that'll be most of the stuff could be next year, could be shelved. I honestly don't know. It's the actual business of show is a bit weird, but I'm doing things. Whether or not anyone will ever see them, I have no idea. But I'm trying.
Whatever you do over in LA, like definitely share it with us, and we'll help get it out there.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, everyone, so much.
Thank you for coming on and being great with
you
Baby
got it, man.
and playing
being
with
great's
us
what
and
I do.
being a good sport.
No, I'm excited.
And being okay with not sexualizing Baby and a cat on
Well,
our
I
show.
didn't say I was okay with it. I just said I accepted it. Okay. So
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Hang on there.
Oh,
no,
man.
it was great. I love doing it. And by all means, like I said, if you guys can figure out a way, whether it's a super joint Avenger style thing or just its own story, always happy to come back.
I think that's a really cool idea for the future.
Oh yeah.
At some point, if we can pull it off.
It may end up happening.
Who's next? Do you guys have a next out of curiosity?
Yeah.
Wouldn't
We've
you
already
like to know?
we've already recorded two
Spoilers.
sessions, and it's going over into a third session that we're recording next weekend with Dietrich Bowie
Oh, exciting.
from Stick Shift Incorporated.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Really good show, I hear.
And then Arnold Schwarzenegger's right after that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Amazing.
we're gonna have the Governor himself
As was it Moon Beast one?
as Moon Beast one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He'll be speaking in Aklo, going.
That's it. That's all we can afford.
Yeah.
Just the one
That's
line.
it.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. We just
Yeah, you
called him.
just
He left us a voicemail.
Ordered a cameo and we'll dub it in. Give me
Yeah.
into the portal. Okay. We got it. We got it.
That's a horribly good idea.
Yeah.
How hard would it be for you to edit in a cameo?
Not
I
hard
could
at all,
drop, like-
actually.
I could drop like $50 or $100 on some fun shit.
Oh, you know that the announcer guy from NBA Jam, like he does stuff like that.
Oh, really?
Just stands behind Julian screaming he's on fire over
Oh,
and
like
over
he'll
again.
record whatever you want him to say.
You could do it. It'd be too easy, man.
No, if anything, I would try to get David Hayter.
Oh man,
because he's done cameos before, and he's done some fucking hysterical ones. Raiden, squeeze my hog.
Oh my god. Well, anyways,
No, hey,
thank
he
y'all
does-
for
he does
listening.
Pliskin,
Cameo
right?
accounts.
Oh yeah, we're opening
Yeah,
cameo
totally,
accounts now.
totally. I would be super down to do any cameos people want to pay me for.
Yeah. What were you
is
saying,
this where
Atticus?
No, to say he did the voice for Snake originally, right? That's I was trying to remember
Yep.
the name.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
He also helped. I think he directed one or two of the X-Men movies,
Okay.
the old ones.
Okay. Oh well.
Yeah, I like
Thank y'all so much. You like it?
That's a good shot. Cut. Do it again. Back to one.
Great, he directed it as Snake. Holy shit.
That would be good.
Yeah, I
Is
think
outro
that's
music playing yet?
probably. I don't know.
Okay.
Depends on when we wrap up.
Are
But
we
no,
doing our normal wrap up?
I mean, isn't this the
yeah,
wrap
yeah.
up?
Just. I was just gonna thank everybody for listening.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
You know where to go to find more Atticus stuff.
sure.
Go and beg him for ringtones of Baby, so you can put on your phone.
Just
Tell him he needs to
throw
make
money at him. Just
throw
Yes,
money at him.
do that.
Just throw money at him.
And I'll tell you
and
when,
he'll
when it's
give
enough, you'll get them in the mail.
Yes. and yeah, get ready for next episode and the next guest coming up soon. And
Microphonesandmonsters.com.
Yeah, that place.
yeah.
yeah, of course, you can find everything at microphonesandmonsters.com.
Visit us on Patreon for extra cool goodies that are being released.
Oh yeah, by the way, on Patreon there is a free post of a little 10 minutes of after Atticus left, or after Baby left the game, and we were talking to Atticus for about 10 minutes after that. That's a free thing on Patreon right now. You can go over there, listen to that.
I hope that was interesting.
Oh yeah.
That's why we cut it out.
Yeah.
It was cut
Yeah,
for
cut
time.
it
That's
up.
fine.
I don't remember what we
Which,
talked about, so I can't endorse it, but I'm sure it was great.
Yeah. No, it's just it was like a mini Morons basically.
Mini morons.
And
And all music written and produced by Marco Mazzei at Fallen Highway Studios.
there you go.
Nailed it.
Nailed it.
But yeah. Hope y'all join us next time. And have a good rest of your week or whatever. I don't know. Most people probably listening to this way after the release. I don't know why I'm talking. But yeah, y'all. Bye.
Yep.
Have a great rest of 7. Have a great next 7 days.
Yes. Bye.
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 Bye.